Hello everybody. Right, I've got up to a certain point where I'm having to kind of stop with this. From the videos you've seen, I've given this a sanding, given it a clean. I've also given the post a little bit of a carving. I'm kind of slowly preparing that. I mean, to be honest, all that needs is the outdoor varnish putting on it. So I could do that fairly soon, but I've got so many things that I'm trying to do, and so many things that sort of going around in my head that I kind of need to slow down a little bit. Okay, so I'm kind of up to the situation where I need to seal this. I need to seal in here and in there and in there, because if I don't, any coloured resin that I use, well, it also basically I need to seal the whole thing, but any coloured resin that I use will just seep into the wood and it'll look shit, and I don't want to do that. Now, the amount of resin, I know I need a minimum 20-20 mixture, which is 40ml, which is more than I'll need for that. So what I want to do is use up the rest of the resin that I'm going to have, and as I've already mentioned, there are many different ways that I can do that, but every way that I can do that needs me to do a bit of work on something, unless I just go with making a plain clear or a plain coloured set of coasters, which I could do, but I kind of don't want to do that. It wouldn't be a waste, but I'd rather try something. So I've got two things that I'm going to try and do, right? One of them is with this piece of wood. I am going to, with my Dremel, I'm going to carve out a sort of a wiggly sort of river type thing, and I will then put coloured resin in that. The other thing I'm going to do is I've got the small log, and I'm going to try and cut a thin slice off this. Now, I expect it to break into pieces, because it should do. So what I'm then hoping to be able to do is place those pieces in one of my moulds and put some coloured resin around it. Now, the coloured resin that I'm going to use is the blue, and that'll be the same on the piece, on the flat piece. So what that means is that I need to cut this and carve this. So that's kind of where I'm up to now before I can do this, because otherwise I'm going to be wasting resin, and I don't want to do that. Now, admittedly as well, with this I do still need to seal the edges with the pieces of wood, but I'm not going to do that until I've actually sealed it with clear resin. And for anyone that doesn't know, the reason of sealing it with clear resin is the clear resin will soak into the wood and seal the wood, and then when you put coloured resin on it, it won't soak into the wood because the clear resin has already done that for you. Right, so I need to put that to one side for a moment. Now, I am thinking I might try cutting this first, because this could be a little bit awkward. And I might need to go and get some of my big clamps out of the car to clamp it down so that I can just have it stable on the table. So I'm going to get myself set up, and I'll be back in a minute. That went fucking well, didn't it? Fuck's sake. Right. I'm going to go with a slightly different setup this time. I'm just wondering as well though. Actually, I might retry the jigsaw. Give me a minute. You know what? Eventually, that kind of worked well. Well, buggered now, but at least I have 3 lots. Got one that's solid, one that's split in 2, and one that's split in 4. And to be honest, I think the only reason this one's split into 2 is because I let it drop to the floor. It was solid until then, even though it got a crack in it. And that one's managed to pretty much keep all of its bark on. I'm going to keep the bark on that. Same with that one. And this one, bit of both. What it will mean though is I will need 3 of the coaster moulds. Okay, I'm going to move them to one side for now though, because I'm going to want to do this. But what I'll do is I'll transfer the video clips over and just get myself organised here, and then I'll crack on with it.